That's my dream. That's my ultimate goal, is to live a fulfilling life, to have done everything that I've wanted to do, and to always try and be kind and loving and soft. And just extend unconditional love, because that's the way God intended us to be, to just love and help people and be a force for good. But, anyways, hey, my name is Krista Rosa, and I'm a cognitive coach, and I specialize in neurolinguistics and peak performance. And today I felt called to share this method that I learned, this tool that I use to get myself motivated and back on track whenever I'm not feeling good, or I'm feeling lost, or just don't really have clarity around what it is I should be doing. Because, as an entrepreneur and a creative, it's a little hard to sometimes understand where you have to go, and how do you even figure that out, right? So the V.I.D.S method has helped me quite a lot, and I wanted to just share it with you guys. So, V.I.D.S. So I want you guys, if you can, grab a piece of paper, pencil, pen, uh, and just write V.I.D.S. Excuse my handwriting. And the spacing is off too, but here we go. And the first letter that we're going to be talking about is V, and that's going to be values, right? That's a U, I promise. And the reason why it's important to understand your values is because you start to really become aware of what's important to you. And that's how you find out what your values are. You ask yourself, what is important to me? And just ask yourself, what is important? I'm going to rewrite that because important. Importante. Okay, so what is important to me? And when you ask yourself, what is important to me, it's a way to get down to the root of why you're doing things, your root motivation. And to answer this question, just really ask yourself, sit there for a moment and take a deep breath in and out, and tap into that part of you that knows why you're doing what you're doing and why you get up every morning. And for me, a few words come up. I do this all the time, so it's always different. Honestly, every time you do it, it's always a different answer. They're similar, but you always get something new. When I do it, I get things like love is important, right? Adventure, community. I'm just gonna write calm. Community. That down. Laughter. Guys, I can't spell. Okay, so love, adventure, community, laughter. And those are just some of the things that are important to me. I'm going to even put in here growth, because that one is probably the biggest one for me. Growth. I always want to be growing and moving towards a direction of self development. Uh, and so, yeah, I like to just pick 5 things, the top 5 that come up, and then really just look at that, and that will give you more clarity as to like what you want to do in life. These are the things that I hold dear, right? That I make sure that I want to have. I want to have love. I want to have adventure. I want to have a community, laughter, growth, right? Community is like family, right? Friends. And that's what I mean by that, right? And you'll see the end of this and how it all ties in together. But those are your values, right? And you could even go to the extent of numbering them from 1 to 5. So for me, like I said, like I think having, I'm gonna say love is one actually, then two, then three, then four, then five, right? So it'd be love, growth, community, which is friends and family, and laughter, and then adventure. So just think about what those are for you. Take a moment and actually do it and see what comes up. And then we're going to go into I, which is identity. Identity. Ident. Identity. I think I spelled that right. I speak 3 languages. Sometimes none of them come out right. So bear with me. And I don't mind when people correct me. So, identity. And the question you want to ask to elicit an identity is what kind of person, this marker's flimsy, what kind of person is aligned with this? And when I say this, you know what? I'm going to go get another marker. So, be right back. Here we are. What kind of person is aligned with this? I hope you guys could see that. And I'm going to think about, when I say this, I mean the values, right? What kind of person is aligned with these values? Um, and just think about it for a second. Again, take a nice deep breath and really ask yourself, what kind of person is aligned with these values? And I'm just going to answer them right here while you answer yours. Mm. Okay, so what came up for me was caring, soft, loving, a leader, and kind. This is the kind of person that aligns with these values in my mind. And like I said, they're different for everyone. So please explore that within your mind because your internal reality is so different from everyone else's internal reality. Everyone has a unique representation of the world inside their minds. So it's important to understand what yours is because even if we're using the same words, the same symbols to represent something inside our heads, that thing inside our heads, like the what's actually happening, like what the meaning that we have attached to that could be so completely different. Because if I told you to close your eyes and think of a car, I'm sure that if I were to ask a room of people what car they were thinking of, I would not get the same car. I would not get the same answer. I sometimes think of a small little toy car, red car on a card from like elementary, like those ABCD car cards. That's what I think about when I think of a car. I've never owned a car, so I don't think of a specific car. Some people think of the car they own. So we all hold a different, representation of that symbol within our mind. That symbol meaning language, words, right? So I came up with caring, soft, loving, leader, and kind. So then you can go ahead and number that again. Let's see, what would be my number one? I want to be loving. I want to be kind. I want to be caring, soft, and a leader. So I numbered them again, right? And that gives you a better idea of what kind of person you should start to move towards being, right? And then, I don't know if you guys can still see this, but I'll like hold it up, I guess, if I have to. Or not. I'm just going to erase this. Or I could just do this. I'm going to do this. Figuring this out. I need to get something to like put this on so you guys could see it better. So then I have D for dreams. I really can't spell today. So dreams. And the question is, why is this important? And the question that elicits this is, why is this important to you? When I say this, I mean all of this. Why is all of this important to you? Not just what's important to you, but why is this important to you? And this is going to help you go deeper, even deeper into the motivation that you're looking for, right? Into the motivation of why it is that you even want to move towards being this kind of person and achieving and attaining and maintaining these values throughout your life. So, why is this important to you? And I'm just going to write a sentence or a phrase. So I wrote, to live a fulfilling life. To live a fulfilling life. That's that's my dream. That's my ultimate goal, is to live a fulfilling life. To have done everything that I've wanted to do, and to always try and be kind and loving and soft. And just extend unconditional love, because that's the way God intended us to be. To just love and help people and be a force for good. But anyways, yeah, this will help you get down to the root of it all, as you saw. And then the last thing is S, which is a really, really important one. And this one is for states. State or states. Let's just say, let's keep states, right? So states, what are we talking about when we say states? So here is what, all my markers are dying. What will you be feeling in the body which is, what will you be feeling in the body when you achieve this? And again, with this, I mean all of this, right? So you have to start thinking about what feelings you will have within you, what sensations are happening when you're being this way, right? When you're living up to your values and you're being a caring, soft, loving leader, right? And your dreams have been fulfilled, right? Where you feel that feeling inside you. And I can start to feel it now, thinking about my life and how exciting it's going to be because it's just started. But yeah, I feel like excitement. You know what? I'm gonna change out this marker too because what the heck is that? Here we go. Let's see if this one works better. So yes, it does. And now you guys can see my spelling errors even more. So be kind. Ex, ex, excitement. See, now I'm questioning everything I know. Woo! Jesus. Excite, excited? Why can't I spell excited right now? Ay. Okay, that's what you guys are getting. Excited. I feel like a tingle in the body. I feel like a lightness. I feel light and I feel like present and I feel aware and awake and I feel a lot of energy. Wow, I'm feeling all of that right now. But yeah, this is the power of this V.I.D.S method. And if you're doing it with me, you'll see for yourself that you're like, oh my God, okay. Even if it's just a glimpse of what those states are, you'll start to feel it a little bit because the more that you train your neural pathways to go in that direction, the better it is. Because yeah, like you have to start building that road so that your mind knows where to go, right? Because if you don't know and if it's all just sitting subconsciously in the back of your head, how are you even going to know and get there, right? Know where you're going to go, know the road, or even arrive there, because it'd be hard, right? So when you bring it out, right, and to the forefront and you start to really understand what is important to you, right? Like all these things over here, all of this, right? All of this, all of this, right? This and that, right? When you look at all of these things and you know that that's what you aim to live your life like, how much easier would it be to align yourself to it? If you had it out on paper, if you made a vision board, if you had constant reminders, right? It would take you so far in life. It would help you realize like what are the things that you're kind of lacking in or that not lacking but like maybe falling short behind, like maybe you're not being as kind to your kids at night or when they're trying to talk to you, maybe you're being mean to your husband, or like, you know, what if you're not laughing enough in life, what if you're wanting to go to more comedy shows, or what if you're not really feeling fulfilled and you keep living year after year with that void. Like doing this will help you really understand where the little uh holes in the bucket are, right? Where is your energy spilling out of that you're not like maintaining it, right? So yeah, this will help you move towards your goals with motivation. It will help you stay more clear, more aligned, and understand the road a little bit better so that it's easier to trek it, to go down the road. um Now, imagine if you were also to use this every day when you journal, like in the morning or at night before you go to bed, right? Where instead of asking yourself the same questions, right, and maybe getting the same answers overall, you could add the word today to the end. Today. So, what is important to me today? What kind of person is a what kind of person like am I being, right? Or is aligned with my values today, right? Because that could change every day. It could change every moment, right? Because when you're not asking yourself such an abstract general question and you're making it really specific to the day, we have different emotions, we have different feelings that we wake up with, or different sensations that are guiding us as we move through the world, right? Which you want to also be able to learn to regulate, because it's super important to not just react based on the emotion, but to be able to observe it, to regulate, or push your body towards whatever it needs, and then act from that point, right? So, what kind of person am I going to be today to align with these values, right? What is important to me today, right? Or why is this important to me today? Excuse me. And then states, what will you be feeling in the body when you accomplish this today, right? And it can completely change the way that you line up your day, the way that you choose to prioritize, because you could easily make this about like prioritization, right? And making sure that, like, let's say you haven't worked out all week, but at the end you say you want to feel like energized, you say you want to feel healthy, right? So then it's like, that at least for today you have to prioritize your health, right? Moving in your body, and making sure that you're staying grounded, or whatever it is. So I really, really advise that you try this V.I.D.S method, and that you go and just see what it does for you, because it's worth trying. It's worth allowing yourself to just try something different. Maybe what you've been doing before isn't really working, but this is a new tool. You could even add it to the tools that you have. Maybe they have been working and you can add a new tool to it. But yeah, this is all that I have for you guys today. A little chatty, and I hope that you guys were able to see everything. Um, yeah, the V.I.D.S method. Go try it. My name, like I said, is Crystal Rosa. I am going to be doing more of these, depending on how I feel, really. I should be more consistent, but that's something that I'm working on, right? And yeah, I hope to see more of you. Like, subscribe to tell me that you are watching and that you want more of this kind of content. And we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.